Coach. Good to see you.
Hi, thanks for having us. I appreciate you doing this every year.
Thank you. Coach, introduce yourself and the players you have here today.
Sure. My name is Joe Franco. I'm a head baseball coach at Coral Glades High School. This will be my 19th year as a head coach in this county. To my left over here is senior Tyler Villanueva, outfielder. Senior Asa Lindo, pitcher shortstop. And to my right here, senior Braden Hoskins, center fielder.
So, Coach, you have 9 guys returning, but only 3 seniors on the team. Does that change how you plan, knowing that most of these guys will be here for the next 2 seasons?
I mean, relatively we are young, but our 9 guys have experience on the varsity level, because they were on the team last year. So we only have 3 seniors. These 3 seniors have been with me now 4 years in the program, which I always love to have, guys start and finish with me. And then I only have 2 juniors this year, and then we're loaded up with a bunch of freshmen and sophomores. So it's a very good nucleus, good core group. All really good student athletes, and they represent Coral Glades really well for me, which helps out.
Right. And you have these for the younger guys. Are they pushing for those starting spots?
Yeah, we're gonna have a few young guys starting. I mean, with the plan is to start the 5 upperclassmen with the 2 juniors and 3 seniors, and then that leaves 4 spots open, and then you also have DH and first guy out of the bullpen. So I mean, there's a lot of spots where we're gonna have a lot of younger guys playing some key roles.
All right. Sounds good. And tell me about your new district. Are you liking it?
I love it. I actually love it. I mean, some people would think that they don't want to be in that kind of district, but I mean, Western and Douglas and Taravella are 3 of the better teams, and obviously Douglas, the success they've had in the last 4 years especially. If you want to get to where you want to be in Fort Myers, you got to go through teams like that have guys that are high velocity pitchers and good hitters, and it's a challenge, but we're going to accept the challenge and we're going to run with it. So.
Awesome. And Coach, let's talk about your schedule. Who are you guys facing this year? Anybody new?
So every year I always schedule a couple teams that I know we have more talent than. It allows me to get some of the kids on the bench that don't play a lot in the game. Most of our schedule are very even with what we are. And then I have a few teams that I know on paper we're going to have to play really, really well in order to have a chance to win. And I've always done a balanced schedule like that. I always play my brother every year, whether he's up or down, or whether I'm up or down, doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm trying to think on the schedule. Anybody new that I haven't played before? I don't really think so. I think pretty much some of the regular teams that we usually play. So. And
on March 17th, you host Plantation for Youth Night.
Yeah.
Tell us what's planned.
So I also coach an 11U baseball team, which is my son's team, and coincidentally, his little brother's on the team as well. And so what we'll do is we'll have the kids come out. They'll go and teach. Names will be announced with the starting players. They'll run out to the positions. They'll do the national anthem, and it's just a way to give back to show the youth on what a varsity baseball game is like. And they enjoy and they watch the game and they have a good time, and they kind of see these guys as like their older brothers, which is pretty cool. So my son's at the field a lot, and so he's known a bunch of these guys for now 4 years. So it's pretty cool to see.
A lot of changes. How do you feel about the shorter regular season and playing a district tournament before Easter?
Yeah, I hate it. I don't like the new format. I don't like the format that's been the last few years with the whole ranking system and things like that. I wish it would go back to when I was in high school. You play each district opponent. Like with our district in particular, I would have loved to play a home and home with Douglas and Western and Taravella and have those games actually matter for seeding purposes. Unfortunately, we don't get that opportunity. But I wish it went back to the way where you had the district runner-up advancing to the regional. It gives teams that don't necessarily have the best chance to win their district still have that opportunity to get to that district title game and advance into the next week. But with the whole regional thing, I'm not a fan of the 3-game series either, because it did shorten us a week. So now we're trying to cram so many regular season games into a 9-week season when we really need that 10th week. I think it was something that was rushed. I think there could have been a little bit better planning with it, but I'm not a fan with it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we're going to do our best, and we're going to compete every day, and let the cards fall the way they may.
And from the player perspective, talk to me about the chemistry of the team this year. You guys are the seniors. It's your job to motivate yourself as well as your your teammates and the younger guys. Let's talk about how you guys are doing that successfully.
Yes, ma'am. I could definitely say that the guys that we've been working with for the past 2 years have been awesome, and also for the 3 years with our juniors also. It's just been really fun to connect with them on and off the field. Try and create a bond together. That pushes us forward and allows us to become a better team in general. I just feel like our chemistry is really good. We mesh together really well, and just love playing with the guys on the field. I feel like we're all a big family. So at the end of the day, it's really fun to get out there and play ball with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great group of guys. They're not just teammates to me; they're friends, and a lot of them are brothers. I feel like I've known them my whole life, so it's a real close group, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like we have a really good support system going on between the three seniors and the 2 juniors outside. I feel that we really mesh together well, and I'm really excited to see what we can bring to the table this year.
To our players, I know that Coach Franco stresses the commitment. It's a tough game, it's a long grind, it's a long, grueling season. How do you combine being a Jaguar student athlete with your work in the classroom, out of the classroom, on the field? I'm sure you're on the field many hours a day. It's a long season. So what's it like being a Jaguar baseball player?
I can connect that back to chemistry too, because I feel like a lot of times teams don't get out and do it on their own, and we have to practice 5 days a week, but for a lot of our guys, we're practicing 6-7 days a week, and we're doing that together. So when we're all building that chemistry and that team bond, I feel like we can do so much damage on the field. And as it goes for school, everybody's staying in it, everybody's doing their thing in the classroom and making sure they're studying and keeping their grades up. And I think that positively affects our baseball season too, because the amount of stresses that school has, if you can just get it out of the way, it allows you to have a clear mind on the field too, and push us toward better grades.
Yeah, I think I look forward to baseball every day, so it motivates me to go to school. Especially half the time I probably wouldn't even be at school if not for baseball. But every day I go to school, I'm like, all right, I got baseball at the end. It just motivates me to get my stuff done, make sure everything's good, so I just go play more baseball.
I was the same way in high school, and you being one of my coaches in high school, Howard, that's what motivated me to get good grades was baseball.
It's the best part of your day. That's for sure. Can you guys tell us what positions you play? Did you have to compete for position? Did you inherit the position? Are you a two-way guy? Just tell us where you play on the field.
Yeah, I am a left fielder, and I'm still fighting for my spot with Brandon Hoskins over here. But it's fun being out there with him, with all the other guys.
Yeah, I'm a shortstop pitcher. I'm a two-way guy. I played 9 positions for him, so I kind of had to make my way somewhere. But I played a lot of first base and second base, and he made the switch to shortstop last year. And I think that was a good decision. It's been so fun being able to grow at that spot, and it's been a definite challenge, But I think seeing the guys from when I was an underclassman and watching how they progress through and how they build themselves has allowed me to become a better fielder, hitter, and a pitcher too. So it's been a challenge, but it's been fun and definitely worth it.
Yeah, I was an infielder for the first 2 years, and then they just put me in the outfield and center field, and it worked out well. I don't even know if I competed for it. I just kind of played as best as I could, and then all of a sudden I was there every game.
He's really good in the outfield.
And it worked out well. I mean, I think I got to the point where I could confidently say I'm one of the best defensive center fielders in the county, or the state.
And I agree.
Works
I
well.
agree too. I think that's 100% true.
These guys know that as much as I would love to have my seniors be the starters, they still have to earn it on the field. Everybody knows, even the parents know, that no role is guaranteed. Just because you were here last year doesn't necessarily mean you're a starter this year. You have to earn that on the field. You also have to earn it in the classroom. If I get a negative email the day of a game, you lose your chance to start. It doesn't matter if you're the best player or the worst player. As much as I want to win games, and I'm the most competitive person I know, I'm trying to teach these guys how to be men, and the life lessons that they can learn through baseball that they can use down the road in their life. That's kind of how I felt I was taught when I was in high school and college, and I try and keep some of the old school traditional values of what high school baseball is supposed to really be about, versus what a lot of things are infiltrating into the game nowadays that I cannot stand. So they're competing, they're doing great, and if I had to pencil a lineup in tomorrow, these 3 would be starting. So
Well, that's good news for
Yeah.
them, right? Keep it up,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
So, Coach, take us out. What can we expect from the Jaguars this year?
This is going to be a young, somewhat experienced team that is gritty, fiery, passionate about the game, passionate about the way they represent not only themselves but their school, taking that old school approach, pitching, defense, situational hitting, base running. We don't have a lot of power hitting, but that's not needed to win baseball games. So I'm really excited for this. We're deep with arms, which is good. And you know, they're going to be coached. They're going to have high demands. They're going to have obviously, you know, a lot of tests this season, which is good. And ultimately, we want to go to Fort Myers. The goals doesn't change just because we either have an experienced team, an inexperienced team, an older team, a younger team. I've made it to the regional semifinals a few times in my career, and I have a goal of going to Fort Myers, and I would love for this team to be the first team that goes to Fort Myers. So, because this, like they said, with the chemistry and the bond and, you know, all the, you know, the friendships that they have on this team, it'd be really special to do something like that. So, I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to year number 19 as a head coach.
So, well, we wish you the best of luck.
I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming out and your support. And
Yes.
We'll see you on the field soon.
And I thank you so much, HSBN, for doing this. This is what it's about. So,
Thank you. All right. Thanks again. Take care.
all right, thank you.